All right. Am I working? Let's see. Am I working? Yes, I am. Okay. Hello, guys. Sorry about that. You are watching Amateur Radio Roundtable. It's a show about ham radio, shortwave, electronics, and all that kind of stuff that goes along with it. And we're so glad you're with us tonight. And please pardon, we're going to have a few little glitches tonight. We're still trying to work through this new software that we're going to be using for Dayton. And we're having little issues every now and then, but hey, we've only used it twice. So I think there's a learning experience here. Hey, if you're listening out there on WBCQ shortwave, we'd like to hear from you. Send us an email to Tom at w5kub.com. Tom at w5kub.com. Tell us where in the world you are and how you're hearing the station. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you will, join our Facebook group. There should be a subscribe button right down here somewhere. I'm sure it should be pointing at it. A subscribe button. Click that button. That helps YouTube to get the word out to other people about our show. So please do that. Join our Facebook group. We've got a Facebook group it's nearing 14,000 hams now, and it follows the show. Anything you want to talk about, electronics or ham radio, just do it on there. It's a great ham radio Facebook group, and it's just the easiest way to find it is just type W5KUB in a search, and you will find it there. And we'll approve you instantly or as soon as we can. We may not be instantly there. Let's see what's going on here today. Hey, tonight I'm going to talk a little about, hey, we got the satellite system up, the new rotors, the new antennas, made a contact over there. We're going to show you a little about where I am right now. You know, we've been talking about trying to build the station back up over the past year or two. And I'm going to show you some of those things tonight, and also we're going to talk about some camouflage antennas. Yeah, that's going to be neat. Camouflage antennas. So that's going to be interesting. It works really well. I'll show you some camouflage antennas in a minute. In fact, just a second. Here, I'm holding up a camouflage antenna right now. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's how good this stuff works right there. All right, so let's see, we're going to be talking about that. Hey, there's something coming up we're going to talk about in a little while, and that's called the Armed Forces crossband test, where ham radio operators can talk to all the different armed forces out there. I think everybody's participating, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, everybody is doing that. So we're going to talk a little about that and how you can do that and when it's coming up. But that's the Armed Forces crossband test. And then we're going to talk a little about Hamvention. You know, we personally are not going to Hamvention this year. We've been going for 40 straight years, and I just can't go back. I don't know. I guess when you get my age, you get kind of tired. You see it all. You know, Glenn takes the same old stuff up there every year to sell. I can see it here. So anyway, we're not going to go.
I'm not even selling anything this year.
Oh, you're not? Oh,
no, just my books.
Maybe I should go. Well, no. Anyway, so we're not going to go this year, but we decided kind of at the last minute, and we're trying to pull us together right now. Last minute, we're going to try to do an all-day Hamvention broadcast right here on W5KUB, all day Saturday, May 20th, from about 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to give away prizes. Hambot is here. We're going to give away prizes. And we hope to have a bunch of roving reporters up there that can come in to the show and show you things. So we'll talk a little about that in a minute here. I feel a sneeze coming on, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it around here. First of all, let's bring Glenn in here. How you doing, Glenn?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I got my camouflage antenna too.
Let's see it.
Yeah, it's a long wire.
Oh, I see it. I see it there, man.
Yeah.
It's not too camouflage.
No, well, it's what you don't see is that it automatically rotates and adjusts out in the field.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it can turn itself, right?
Yeah, it's also wireless.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You ought to take that up here with you.
No.
All right.
No. But yeah, I was just talking earlier before the show started. It's only like 8 days for me, heading out here next Thursday. And
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Let's see. I wanted to do a. Oh boy. All right, we'll just leave it there. Okay. So you're leaving next Thursday, huh? That's
yeah,
cool.
and
it's gonna take you a while to get up here, man.
I think it's like 9 hours.
Yeah.
And but I'm all ready. I've got the Arduino forum on Saturday morning, and ARRL is setting me up to meet everybody and sign books both on Friday and Saturday. And so it's going to be fun. You're going to miss a good one this year because it's my brand new forum on the Arduino, and it's even different from the one I did at Huntsville and Orlando this year.
Well, but see, you live down here. I can always get your presentation down here. I don't have to go up there to get it,
Yeah, but you're going to miss the fun. It's live. It's in living color.
Take you a smartphone up there, and we'll try to get it out on the net.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to have my phone, and hoping somebody will bring one.
Yeah,
and record it for you or stream it live.
That'd be cool. We're not sure about the signal inside the metal buildings, and we'll talk more about the signal later.
This is in one of the outlying brick buildings.
Okay, all right.
So you got a much better shot with it.
Very possible. And we have two options. We have the local 4G, 5G connection, and we have the Wi-Fi connection. So one may work where the other one doesn't work. So that's going to be interesting there. Okay, so you going up Thursday? When you heading back? You heading back Sunday afternoon?
Heading back Sunday because technically I work on Monday.
Okay. All right.
Just a few more months.
Okay. That'll be good. Okay. We'll follow you.
Yeah, you're going to miss some fun this year.
Yeah, I want you to bring me back something. You got to bring me back something good.
Oh, let's see. I'll find something real good out in that flea market for you.
Yeah. Hey, I did buy one thing last year. Oh, I bought this last year.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I bought this last year, and I haven't even done anything with it, man.
Well, that's a total sin. You've got to do something with that.
That thing ought to be good for 150, 200 watts, man.
Oh no! Put it on WBCQ and run 50 kilowatts on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, about broke my back putting it down here. Oh. All right. Oh, I usually just buy some heat shrink tubing, but hey, that's
I bought a chunk of that last year, I believe. Yeah. But I'm pretty well stocked up on stuff right now. We're going full speed ahead on that new book for Elector, and
okay, cool.
Just cranking out projects one after another. They're all updates of projects. So adding the color displays and whatnot. I just finished playing around with the e-ink displays, and those are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, man, look how good this app's working. Doesn't that look good to you?
You're not going to convince me.
Doesn't it look really good?
You're not going to convince somebody that would rather run Windows 95. This app is better than Zoom.
Now here comes the real test for this app right here. We're going to bring Mark in.
Yeah, we're going to bring Mark in.
And we're going to bring Mark in, and the thing is just going to crap out and fall off.
Here comes the brick wall, folks.
I bet you. Let's see if I can bring Mark in, and let's see. He's probably frozen already. Let's see if we can bring him in here. Okay. Hey, Mark, you there?
I am here.
Well, look at here, Glenn. It's working. Mark, can you hear me okay, Mark?
I'm still hearing you.
Look, it's working perfect, Glenn. So I don't want to hear any more bad talk about this app, man. It's working. It's working good.
Yeah, just keep that baling wire tight there, Mark, and we'll put the cups on each end, and we'll be good.
Yeah. So hey, just a sneak preview. Let me show everybody out there a picture here, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. Let's see. I do that, and if I do that, does anybody know what that is? I'll give you a hint.
It's a pair of life vests on a golf cart.
Yeah, I give you a hint. Hot dogs, mustard, you know, stuff like that. You know, spring day
It's
out.
the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Spring day outside. I'll give you a hint. You could put some lawn chairs around it if you wanted to. Okay, well, somebody said it's a satellite antenna. Yeah, Andy says it's a picnic table. Guys, that is Mark's. Mark set that up for the show. That is Starlink. Elon Musk sent that directly to us, man. So this is Starlink. Mark, you got that set up out in the backyard, I guess. And Mark, tell us here, have you run a speed test yet? I know you got a lot of trees there.
Yeah, I have run some speed tests. It seems to be the download speed is really 100 meg, 120 meg. Upload speeds all over the place, anywhere from 5 to 25. It just seems to depend.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to take it over to Greene County Fairgrounds before Hamvention and just see if I have to put an address change into it to make it work or not. But as the crow flies, it's about 7 or 8 miles from me to the fairgrounds. So I doubt that it's going to care.
Nah.
Well, maybe not, but it may have, that 911 type requirement where they want an address or they're not going to let it work, I'm sure it has a GPS in it, doesn't it?
It does. I've seen some reviews of it.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to turn my ticker off. Turn the ticker. If I can figure out how to do this. Let's see there. And I'm going to turn off.
It's his first time doing a webcast, so we'll have all these little things.
Ticker. I'm just going to say chat room is that. There we go. Got it, man. Okay.
See, now if we were running Zoom, that would have been easier.
It will. Why do you think that? Because when I bring you guys into Zoom, I have to have 15 Mises here and 8 screens, and you never saw so many cables to patch you guys together. So I'm kind of happy right now. And look, it's working great, man. Working great.
Not going to convince me. It's not going to happen.
Working great. Once I found that setting here where it says guest using antique equipment, and I clicked that, you started working fine.
Right.
All right. Well, very good. Okay. Well, Mark, hey, this is exciting. Let us know soon how it works out there, and we'll talk a little more about what we're going to do there in a few minutes. So let's see what did I have here, man? Let's see. Hey, let's talk about Armed Forces Day. Yeah. Hey guys, coming up May the 13th. Yeah. I think that's next Saturday, maybe.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. That is the Armed Forces Crossband Test Day. And what the Armed Forces are going to do, they're going to get on the radio, and they're going to be transmitting on frequencies just right at the edge of either below or above the ham bands. And we've got the frequencies are all listed. And what you're going to do is tune one of them in and listen, and he's going to tell you what frequency he's listening on, and he will be listening in the ham band, and you can call him, and you'll be able to talk to him cross band. You'll talk to him in the ham band, and he'll be talking back to you outside the ham band. You'll have to do a split on your VFO there. Let's see. So it says they've been doing this test for 50 years. I wasn't aware of how long it went back, but 50 years is a long time ago. And it's just a test to in case of emergencies, how, civilians, ham radio operators can be in contact with military if they have to and so forth. But if you just do a search for Armed Forces Crossband Test, you'll find all the information. Google search Armed Forces crossband test. And some of the stations, I'm looking right here. I printed off. You can't see it, but I printed off the Google thing here. I'll tell you some of the stations that are going to be on. We got Army Reserve up in, and they're all going to be USB. It's going to be all USB. Even if you're on 80 meters, 40 meters, it's still going to be upper sideband. So remember that. So we've got U.S. Northern Command. We got some Army Reserve Centers. Camp Fostner, Okinawa. Camp Fostner, Okinawa is going to be on there. Robbins Air Force Base, Warner Robins will be on there. Naval Support Activities, Mid-South. Millington, Tennessee. That's just
Millington.
that's just 20 miles north of us here, and that's a naval air base up there.
Yeah, I did that about 10 years ago.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got cyberspace operations in Fort Meade, Maryland. Hey, listen to this. The Pentagon is going to be on in Washington, D.C. Now, I think you're going to be able to get at least a QSL card from these people, possibly even a certificate, but I'm sure you get a nice QSL card. So if you want to work the Pentagon, Washington, D.C., it's going to be on. And they're going to be on frequencies like 4018 kilohertz, 5357, 7357, that's just right above the 40 meter band. They're going to be on 14383. You know, the 20 meter band goes up to 350. They're going to be on 383. They're going to be on a lot of different frequencies. Hancock Field, New York. I don't know about that one. Never heard of that one. Must be a secret base. Let's see, Scott Air Force Base, Travis Air Force Base. Hey, listen to this, man. We're going to have some ships on. The USS Yorktown is going to be on. The USS Iowa is on from Los Angeles. The USS Midway, they'll be there. The U.S. Naval Academy, Newport Naval Radio Station, Museum. Coast Guard is going to be there. Don't know that one. Let's see. Anyway, so, they're going to have call letters. They're going to have call letters like AAZ or AAC, AAN, WAR. They're going to be mostly, it looks like, on upper sideband. There will be some on RTTY and some on CW if you want to work them. So that's going to be pretty cool to be able to work them and get a card from them. Let's see.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun when I did it. It had a lot of activity. It was really fun.
Yeah, let's kind of bring up a picture here. Let's see. Well, I'm not doing too good here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's the app.
No, it's not the app. This is on a different. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I got a nice picture here. Boom. There we go. Armed Forces Day crossband test right there, May 13th. Guys, put a sticker on your radio there. May the 13th. Do a Google search for Armed Forces Day crossband test, and you'll have some fun with that, I'm sure.
And that's this Saturday.
It is this Saturday. Yep, this Saturday. All right. So that was we got that out of the way. Okay. All right, let's try something else here. Let's see. Hey, man, this thing is hanging together good. Look how good it's working, Glenn. Look how good.
I still look the same ugly that I always do. So it's
no,
not
actually, you look better than you do normally. You really do.
Yeah, I switched it to low res so you don't get to see all the really ugly spots.
This app makes you look 30 years younger, man. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Not kidding you. Okay. All right. Hey, guys, let's see. It's about 8:30. We got several more things we're going to talk about. We're going to have some fun here tonight. Let's do this. We'll be right back, and we will continue in just a moment. Here we go. We'll be right back. Got cabin fever? Look no further. Spring is in the air, and Icom has just what you're looking for. We have top quality base stations, mobiles, and handhelds that are perfect for working your favorite bands. Want to catch a sneak peek at our upcoming IC905 SHF release? See it at our booth at the Dayton Hamvention. Icom's newest amateur FM transceiver is the IC V3500. With a compact body and simple interface, this radio is a must for those looking for a long-range mobile with a fresh look. The ICT-10 is a rugged portable that meets or exceeds standard military testing. With an IP67 waterproof rating, the ICT-10 can withstand any field activities ahead. Hear transmissions and listen to FM broadcasts with the loud 1500 milliwatt speaker. The IC7300 is a high-performance, innovative HF transceiver with a compact design that will far exceed your expectations. This innovative HF transceiver digitizes RF before various transceiver stages, reducing inherent noise in different IF stages. The IC7300 changes the way entry-level HF is designed. The IC705 is a perfect sidekick and QRP companion, base station features and functionality at the tip of your fingers in a portable package, covering HF 6 meters, 2 meters, and 70 centimeters. This compact rig weighs just over 2 pounds with an RF direct sampling for most of the HF band and the IF sampling for frequencies above 25 megahertz. The ID5100A is innovation and mobility taken to the next level. Designed from user input, the ID5100 offers an intuitive user interface experience with an industry-leading touchscreen display. The ID5100A is one of the most advanced dual-band mobiles on the market today. The ID52A is a VHF-UHF dual-bander with D-Star and FM dual-mode functions and is the first handheld amateur radio transceiver with a full-color 2.3-inch waterfall display. This radio supports conventional FM communications and D-Star, simplex, repeater, regional, and worldwide calls over the D-Star Internet Gateway. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information on Icom radios. All right, so we're back. Now, hey, let's talk a little next about this right here. Let's see, how can I do that? There we go. Let's talk about that. Guys, this is a little different from what we normally have done before, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to do a one-day marathon. We're going to do a one-day and try to show all of it to you. So we've got a lot of prizes already lined up, and we're going to be giving prizes away. Probably every 20 minutes we're going to be giving a prize away. We've got a bunch of handy talkies. Man, I mean, Gigaparts gave us 5 handy talkies to give away. We've got SWR bridges, watt meters, dummy loads. We've got some packet communicators. I mean, they're $450 a piece. We've got 3 of those. We got a bunch of stuff, and you know, it's going to be fun with Hambot giving these things out. So we already talked once about what this was. Oh. All right. You're not supposed to be seeing it. Let's see.
Well, they're stealth antennas, so we really didn't see them.
You're right. Oh, wrong one. I'll show you some stealth in a minute. I've got way too many pictures up. Way too many pictures. Nope, wrong. There we go. That's the picture I was wanting to bring up right there. Let's talk a little about that, guys. That hopefully is what is going to bring the show to you next Saturday. I did turn it down while I sneezed. Damn. All right. Okay, so let's look at this real quick here. Hey, Mark, tell us how this thing works, man. Now, you don't even have to aim that dish. You just flop it on the ground, and Mark, does it aim itself, or does it move around?
It aims itself. It starts out tilted at about a 45-degree angle to store it. When you power it up, it turns horizontal, and then it eventually will tilt a little bit to the north on its own, but it can rotate as well as tilt probably about 30 degrees one direction and 45 degrees the other, as well as rotate.
How big is that? What's the width of that dish right there?
12 inches by about 18.
Well, that's small. I was thinking you might could use that for like a picnic table, but it's too small.
It's where the ants have to have a picnic.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. So, hey, tell us about the plans on how we're going to try to get the signal back. You're going to maybe do some testing in the next week or so. You're going to hook this up. You got some kind of access point you're going to put up.
Right. I'll just connect it to the access point, and that powered outdoor access point, so it should give reasonable coverage for us to use a connection back to the Starlink. I had played with it last year at Hamvention, and it was hooked to a cellular modem, and I could connect to it no problem with my cell phone at a distance. So for what we'll be doing with just a small amount of people, it should be okay.
Okay. All right. So how long did it take you to get your Starlink here? I know there was a long waiting period, right?
Yeah, it's probably been it's probably been whenever they offered the what do they call that, the initial you could sign up for it to be a tester. I had signed up, and I don't know what year that was. It's been at least a couple of years, maybe 3. And I finally got a notification about end of April that I'm coming up on the list, and I had to make a decision. I still have a little bit of time where I can still return it, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. And the cost for Starlink is it's roughly $100 a month.
Correct.
Which, if you're out in the boondocks, that may not be bad, really, for the speed you can get.
It's going to work better than a cell phone.
Yeah. And what does you have to have an upfront cost? Is it a few $100?
I think that it was $4.99 or $3.99, but it's now like $5.49.
Oh man, going on up here. Well,
if you compare it to the other satellite people, it's going to be a similar cost, but way less latency.
Yeah.
Like 20 to 30 millisecond latency.
Well, we'll talk to Elon. Maybe he can let us keep it and cut a special deal for since we're using it, for the show, So, okay, well, that's cool. So we're looking forward to that. Now, I know one of my friends from New Jersey, Jeff, N3VE. I don't know if he's in the chat room tonight. If he's in the chat room, he's going to help us do some rover. I don't see him in here. He's going to be a roving video reporter for us. And you said you have about 5 or 6 people lined up.
At least on Saturday, we should have 6 or 8 people just from my group.
That's good. So what our plan needs to be, and guys, we are developing this as we go right now. What our plan would be, hopefully, if we can get 8 or 10 volunteers, and maybe assign them some time slots to be on, 9 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10, and like that. That way we can keep things going out in the flea market and so forth. Now, Mark is going to have a booth out in the flea market, and we'll have a solid stream from there. And then we'll have, hopefully, at any given time, we will have one video reporter walking around live. And it wouldn't hurt if we had 2 walking around. That way we can select with this app. We can select the one that we want to see, the one that's, interesting, and turn off the boring one, So
Yeah, that means mine will be off all the time.
Yeah, yours will be off pretty much all the time, Glenn. So unless it's raining, if it's raining and you're in the mud up to your knees, then we'll have you on. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's not raining, we'll just show the clip of you a few years ago
Exactly.
in the mud. Okay. Yeah. So we got you covered right there.
Well, you know what you need to do, like on Friday? You need to get somebody to harness up a GoPro on my backpack and just hang over my shoulder as I hit the entire outdoor flea market.
Well, and that's what, hey, that's exactly what I'd love to do, but I don't want to tie anybody down, to, you're on for 2 or 3 hours.
Well, that's what I mean. Put a GoPro on me, and then I'll hand it to you on my way back, and you can download it and stream it whenever you want.
I don't know if we can do that or not. I'm thinking with this system, Mark, if somebody brought you, now, see, we can only upload, well, if I had it, Glenn, I could take your SD card or whatever,
right?
And just as I see the dish right there, that camera input showing the little dish right there, that's actually coming from another PC here. I can run videos on it, show pictures and so forth. I could easily load a video file there and play it into this as a camera. I don't think Mark will be set up like that. We're not going that sophisticated.
Yeah.
And to do that, we take something like one of these little HDMI to USB converters, and I come out of the video output of the laptop, go through that converter into USB, and then the app here lets me just set it up as a camera, so I can pull websites up or run videos or anything. So we could do that. We probably won't have anything like that set up here in Mark's booth. I mean, I think he has a capture card.
I was just saying, if you got a GoPro and can find a way to mount it on my backpack and leave my hands free, you're welcome to tag along. But I move like lightning out in that flea market. You've got to nonstop keep looking, keep going, because you're not going to see it all if you stop.
Well, and I'm a little concerned about it pointing out your back too. I mean, you're going to be looking at stuff, and this will be pointing out to your back. So
no, I said, hanging over my shoulder or something, kind of like a parrot.
Why don't I give you the helmet cam, and you can wear the helmet? I should send it up here to Mark. The helmet cam. We could put the GoPro on top of the helmet cam, and that would work. The problem we had with that over the years, the internet connection wasn't great. Usually slow speed, and usually you're turning your head like this all the time, man.
Oh yeah, that would be me.
And it'll be blurry like heck, man.
Oh, when you see me go through that flea market, no, it'd be a total blur.
Yeah,
because I'm taking in peripheral vision, what's in front of me, looking at everything on every table as fast as I can walk.
Yeah. So Mark, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to get our video reporters, and we're going to have to give them a little lesson, walk slow, don't move the camera fast, slow and steady, like the turtle, slow and steady. The nice thing about the app they're going to be running, hopefully, we'll be able, just like this, just like you Glenn or Mark, I mean, you guys could be remote video guys right now, and we can talk back and forth to each other. You could actually interview somebody, or you would actually hear us. I could say to you, Glenn, stop, Glenn. Let's look at that SX120 that you just passed. Give me a close-up. I mean, we'll be able to do that. Now, all this is going to happen if our remote people can keep good connections, and if they were on 4G, 5G, with 20,000 people there on 4G and 5G, I would say it'd be pretty bad. With the Starlink internet connection, hopefully we won't get into that bottleneck there. What do you think, Mark? You got a lot of bandwidth.
Should help. That should help a lot.
It should, yep. All right, so
there are 2 Verizon towers very close.
Yeah.
So if you're on Verizon, we will have that advantage. There's
Well,
also a T-Mobile / Sprint tower close by.
I think don't the carriers bring those mobile things out and set them here in the park, set them here in the center?
I haven't seen any at Hamvention.
They did it. I think they did it the first year out there.
Yeah, I don't
That's
remember
what they
seeing
need.
them.
That's what they need to do. That Verizon thing, it used to work good for us back 15 years ago. I mean, it worked fair. And then I think lightning hit the tower one year, and then it never came back on. That thing was gone forever. And, I mean, you couldn't even make a phone call there if you needed to. It was just terrible service. That many people walking around with phones, pinging the tower. All right. So, guys, right now, if anybody's going and you'd like to help us, we would love to have your help. One of the things I found doing this show we've been on now right at 10 years. One thing I found out about the show is a lot of people like to watch it, but nobody likes to volunteer and help.
Isn't that the same everywhere, though?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same everywhere. Nobody really wants to volunteer. I don't know if they just think they can't do it or don't want to do it, or, we're going to try to make it easy for you. Maybe give you a 30-minute time slot. If you can give us 30 minutes Saturday, that would be great. And then, hey, if you like it, if you want to be on multiple times throughout the day, just walking around and stream, just do it. But we could probably use a few more people that would stream the show. And hey, just like you see down here, Mark's name, his name is Carl. Your name and Carl's going to be down here. So we're going to give you credit, for you walking around. People will know who you are there. But we could use some more people. I think we've got 7 people now. Half hour each. That's going to only take us 3.5 hours. So, I'd like to have 14 people, and we could assign slots. I like to have too many people than not enough. That will make it really, really exciting.
You just need Tom to come down, and he can do a slot.
Who's that?
We just need to have Tom come down, and he could do a slot.
Well, Tom's not coming down this year. yeah, he's not coming this year. But he's going to be here. He's going to be here in the studio. Man, Glenn, look how good this thing's working. Look at this. Look at this, Glenn.
You're pushing it, Tom.
Man, it's working so good. See, look. There'll be me in the studio. There'll be a couple rover reporters walking around. There's Mark there in his booth. We'll be able to select anybody, everybody. Look how good it's working.
You do realize that the power button for my computer is right at my left foot.
Yeah.
I could easily make it break.
Hey, speaking of power button, I'm going to change the subject just 1 second. I bought this new laptop just to stream the show here because that desktop's got a problem, and we really had problems the first time we tried this. But Windows 11, how many people out there had the same problem I did? You get Windows 11 and you can't find a button to turn it off. Windows 10, you got the little thing over there, you click on a little thing and it says shut down, and it says power and shut down. Boy, that's hidden on Windows 11.
You have to Google it.
I had to Google it to find it. Yeah. I had to Google it. And so you got to hit a little picture over here kind of toward the center. And then you got to look, and it's a little bit, you need a magnifying glass to look, and there's a little bitty dot down in the bottom left corner to power off. That's how you power off Windows 11. Okay. Back to subject. All right. Where was I? We'd like to have some more volunteers. If anybody's going, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you help us out. Now, Mark will have electricity in his booth. So one thing I'm concerned about is if you do a lot of streaming, you're probably going to run your cell phone battery down. Bring your charger. Mark's going to give you a good rate on electricity to charge your phone. Maybe do a quick charge there. Mark has built up some 100-amp phone chargers, so it ought to charge pretty fast. Now, we haven't tested this on anything yet, but I said, Mark, we got to charge fast. So he built these 100-amp phone chargers. So if you have an external battery, they make the little external battery with the little USB cable that can plug into your phone. bring one of those. But if not, you can charge there at Mark's booth. Mark will be there to help coordinate and make things work. And I'm sure we'll have some technical problems. So right now we're going to have prizes that about every half hour we're going to be giving out a prize. So in between our video reporters, I'll be on here and I'll bring up Hambot, and Hambot's going to give away a prize. And then we'll go back to Hamvention, and we're going to do that. We'll do that all day. I plan on maybe somewhere like, I don't know, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at least. We might go a little later. I don't know. I'm on Central Time, so that would be 8 o'clock for me. I might not get up that early. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Don's got a good idea in the chat room. Give all of the roving reporters a prize.
Give them all a prize.
Yeah, that'll be your payment. You'll make more than I do.
That's an interesting idea. If we have 12 rovers, I'll have to come up with 12 prizes. But
well,
that is
5 HTs already.
Well, yeah. We need some to give out to. We need to give some out to our viewers.
Well, then the viewers need to be reporters.
Yeah,
there's your incentive.
IOL says we need to get 12 IC 9700s.
I'm not bringing mine.
You can hey, you want to donate yours?
No, I'm not bringing mine.
All right. Well, I'm not. Well, hey, if I was coming, I'd bring mine, but I'm not coming this year. All right. Well, so kind of on a side note, almost the same subject, a little bit different. We will be going to the Huntsville Hamfest, and guys, that's going to come around quicker than you think. And I saw Doc on here. I think Doc says he's not going to Dayton this year either. Doc, hopefully we'll see you in Huntsville. I talked to Mark Brown today. And we're planning on being there. All right. So, roving reporters, a bunch of them. Hopefully we can do some time slots where we can assign people to be on. We got a lot of prizes. If you want to help us,
Doc will be in Huntsville.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Doc. If you want to help us, contact me, or you can contact Mark. There, Mark is KE5HIW. KE5HIW. I'm sure.
KE8.
I'll be KE8. Where'd they get that 5 from?
South of the border.
I don't know. I must have had Glenn on my mind because he's in 5 land.
Yeah, but you're a 5 too.
But I'm not in 5 land. I'm in 4 land.
Yeah, you're a fraud.
Yeah. All right. So just contact us if you'd like to help. It's all volunteer. If something happens and you can't make it, that's fine. But we'd love to have more people. And as I was saying earlier, the ham radio people that volunteer is pretty low. We've got a low percentage of volunteers to do hardly anything. So come on, guys. Make me wrong and volunteer here and help us. And hey, we'll be doing the same thing in Huntsville, I think. But we will be in Huntsville. But it would be cool if we could get 4 or 5 or 6 roving reporters for Huntsville. So if you're not going to Dayton, just remember you'll have another chance in Huntsville, and that'll be coming up in August. That's not that far away.
No, as a matter of fact, I just got contacted this week. I'll be doing a new forum in Huntsville, and it will not be the Dayton forum. Be an all new forum for Huntsville this year.
I
don't even know what it's going to be about yet, but I'm doing an all new one.
All right, so I'm looking here. I see. It looks to me. I'm not familiar with the little icon. I think I see people in the YouTube chat room right now. So people tell me if any. I thought I had a YouTube chat room turned off tonight on the YouTube dashboard.
No, the YouTube chat room is active.
Is it? And
yes.
I have it turned off, so I don't know. But anyway, I on the app here, I can see people making comments in the YouTube chat room. Also, let's see. Also, just to let everybody know, we're streaming on 5 social media services tonight. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch TV, and we're on Trovo Live. That's a streaming service out of Europe. So we're on 5 different streaming services tonight. And so one of the things, guys, is see the little ticker going across the top up there? It says the chat room is at W5KUB. I want everybody. That what? Turn it off.
W5KUB, com.
Is that what that is?
.com. That's what. Yeah, you got a comma instead of a dot.
It's awful small here. I need a bigger screen.
It's the app.
I need a bigger screen, man. Anyway, yeah, if you go to W5KUB, com, that is where we're going to be giving out the prizes. So Hambot is going to be listening only in the W5KUB.com chat room. And if you want to win a prize, you're going to have to be in that chat room. Now, it shouldn't be that complicated. Someone said a while ago, I was reading, they have split screen up on their tablet. They're watching the video on one side and they're watching the chat room on the other side. So it'd be interesting. Hey, we got James in here, KH2SR. And James from, what's that, Quirky QRP? You know, he has some neat little things. James has donated a couple ham radio reference mats, which are really neat. They're I think it's like a rubberized mat, but it's got everything printed on it from bands to bands and frequencies and the Q codes, and it's got everything on there. And you can put that right on your desk. You can roll it up if you're going out on a park or something. But hey, James, I'll say hello to you and thank you for the gifts there. And we are putting a prize page together. It's not a totally 100% accurate yet, but if you just go to w5kub.com and click on prize up in the top menu, you'll see some of the prizes that we're listing already. And I think we've got Glenn's ham radio mat there. Andy says dual monitors. He doesn't need to split screen.
Yeah,
that's
here.
Good. That's
now,
good.
Is James going to have a booth there at Dayton?
I think James will have a booth. James, are you gonna have a booth there, James? Let's see.
He's typing.
Is he?
Yep.
Is he on YouTube or is he on? No. He says no. He says negative.
Okay. What about Huntsville?
I doubt he'll go there from New Jersey.
Oh,
that's
not
a long.
from New Jersey.
Well, when I say New Jersey, I'm not sure.
I guess I'm just going to have to do something like look it up on the web.
I think James is from New York, if I'm not mistaken. James, where are you? And will you be in Huntsville? I'm guessing not. He says he'll be roaming around the show. Oh, okay. Oh. No booth, but he'll be there.
Oh, okay. But he won't have the mats with him and stuff. So
Well, he may have some with him. Hey, James,
do you have a website or something?
Yeah, he does. If you go to w5kb.com, click on prizes, and go down to James' prize, you can click on his website. And,
yeah, he's not going to be at Huntsville.
He'll be there. So, James, Mark, what's your booth number again, so we can let people know? Have you forgotten?
I have forgotten. Let me go look here. I think it's 8220.
8220. I had it written down last week.
That sounds about right because it's just a few digits off my house number.
Yep, 8220.
I had it last night. Okay, 8220. Mark will be set up in booth 8220 outside. That's on the south perimeter of the track. Kind of on the, I think that's kind of toward the southeast corner, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, southwest.
Southwest corner. Okay, yeah.
Southwest. That's correct. So, James, come by Mark's booth, 8220.
Yeah. And you had James on the wrong end of the country. He's in Ripon, California.
Is he?
Yep.
80. What was that? 8220.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Well, You know, there he is. There's a 2. I tell you, I hate these people that their call says they're one place and they're somewhere else. You know, there's a 2 out in California. Now, I have an exception. I'm a 5 in 4 land, but you know, I'm close. I'm only 20 miles. No, I'm less than that.
No, you're 5 miles from the
Yeah,
border.
I'm 5 because 5 kind of zigzags under to
Yeah.
Mississippi.
No, if you went straight down the road, you'd be, into Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm only 5 miles from 5, so I'm okay.
Is.
They ought to make a rule that if you're within so many miles, you can keep your number. But James can't keep his number being out in California. Not for sure.
No.
I'll tell you something. You know, most 2s. What I have found, most 2s are down in Florida, man.
Yeah,
they're going down that way, man.
Yeah. But when you're doing something like looking for worked all states or in a contest like field day or something, you want the numbers to match up so you know where you're at.
Oh yeah.
Get those numbers changed.
Yep. All right. So hey, Glenn, look, man, this thing's working perfect, man. Look at this.
You keep trying.
It's working perfect, man. Look at that. You're smiling.
I got a power switch down here.
This thing is working perfect, man. I'm gonna have to tell Elon. I think that helped, man.
Actually, no. When you played the commercial a while back,
yeah,
the audio came out of my default speakers and not my headphones.
Well, that's okay. I've got the thing selected here to test all your hardware. It just kind of cycles through. Okay, it just cycles through. That's interesting. Yeah. So I see you are USB. I thought you were wireless.
Actually, I am wired with the standard mini plugs into a USB external audio device that connects to the rig via or the computer via USB.
Okay, I got you.
The speakers are hardwired with the mini plugs direct into the motherboard.
Yeah, I got you. You're just using one of those USB to audio. I've got a bunch of laying around here somewhere.
Well, no.
Hey. So, hey,
I can't lift it. It's too big.
If you look at your speaker settings, do you have multiple USBs?
I have multiple. No, I have one USB.
Okay. Because they told me, well, they didn't tell me, but I see some multiple in here and both should work, but only one sometimes works.
No, I have all of my speaker options listed out separately, and the vast majority of them are the mini plug versions. Yeah. This is the only USB I got. Remember, this is an old computer. I don't like stuff like that.
You don't like old computers?
No, I don't like this USB stuff. I don't like the Bluetooth stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm mad at my Bluetooth every day I drive to work because the Bluetooth snatches my Bluetooth headset from my phone, and if I'm trying to talk to anybody, I end up talking through the GPS instead of my headset.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn, look at this. There's me. Look at that. There's all 4 of you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Glenn, you're off now. You're gone. Oh, good. Glenn, you're back on.
Oh, darn.
Man, it's working great, man. I think you're going to like this before the night's over.
Not going to happen. Nope. Yeah. I like Zoom.
Well, let's see what else can it do? What about that right there? I can make you guys little bitty guys right there, man.
Oh, that means I can fly on the next balloon. I'm the size of the ants.
Oh, I don't like that one. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad right there. I kind of like that one. Bad. That's not too bad. I don't like that. That's kind of narrow.
Yeah, it makes you small.
Now, where was I? I guess I was right there. Okay. Hey, man, it's working great. Hey, let me make an announcement here real quick, kind of mid-show. You're listening to, if you're listening out there on shortwave, John says he's so confused. We'll give you the report on the ants a little later. So if you're listening out there to us tonight, this is Amateur Radio Roundtable, a show about ham radio and electronics and shortwave listeners. And we're glad to have you if you're listening on shortwave on 7490. We'd love to hear from you. Send us an email to Tom at w5kub.com, not Comacom, but .com. Okay. That's a joke. Send us a note. Let us know where you are. And hey, if you want to watch the show, you can watch the show live. It's a video show. We're on every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time on W5KUB.com, W5KUB.com. Join our Facebook group. Almost 14,000 people in our Facebook group now. Just search for W5KUB, and we'll be there. We'll let you join. Let's see. Right there. Subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button to join our YouTube subscription. We'd love to have you there. Also, we've got a number of people that listen to the show just on the audio podcast, and they listen. You can either download it or you can listen to it direct. And we're on nearly every podcast carrier out there, from iTunes to Google Play to all kinds of stuff. What's Mark pointing at there?
Not sure what he's doing.
No, the subscribe button's in Glenn's window, not in Tom's window.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
There.
Yeah, but I bet you right now it's right there.
Yes.
Right now it's there, but now it's
Right there.
It's over there, down.
Well, let's see. I don't know. Somewhere over here.
All right. Okay. Hey, guys. Boy, are we having fun yet or not? Let's see what they said in the chat room. John says he's confused.
Yeah. So are we, John. So you're not
confused.
alone.
We're always confused here. Let's see. Yeah, change of call signs, died a long time ago. Yep. He wants to keep his call.
Yeah. Speaking of confused, as you heard from Katie recently?
I haven't talked to Katie in the last couple of weeks. She's doing much better.
Are they going to be going to Dayton, do you think?
I don't think they're going to be going to Dayton.
Bummer.
In fact, I'm going to invite Katie, see if I can't. I'm going to see if I can't make her. She's still recovering, and she's got so much stuff going on. But I'm gonna talk with Katie and see if she can't just pop in and out of the show at her convenience Saturday. That'd be a great surprise.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
You know, if we could do that. You know. All right. So, well, where was I? Let's see. Guam. Who is that? Guam. So was that James that said he got his call in Guam?
I did not see that.
Let me look here. James quit. Yeah, James says he got his call as a kid in Guam, but since it's a U.S. territory, he got to keep it. So, hey, Bill, WZ1L, I think you were in Guam, and there you go. You need to talk with James there. He got his call in Guam. All right. Okay, guys. So we've covered that. I don't see a bunch of people volunteering here. Y'all see anybody volunteering?
No, I'll go out and I'll find some and get them to volunteer.
All right. Well, I had everybody's name here on my list, and I had this thing of stars. I was going to put a star by any volunteer, but so far we got no volunteers.
No volunteers. Yep. That's just more stars for us.
All right. Let's talk about, hey, I'm going to give everybody, we're going to talk about my satellite setup now. And, you know, I've been working on that for several months. It took a long time to get the antennas up and get everything working. Let's see. I want to see if somebody's in the chat room here. I don't see him. I was looking for Damon, WA4 ETFN. He's not here. I got a video with Damon in here in a minute making a satellite contact. I don't see him. And again, I want to thank Rick again. Rick gave me those M2 M-square antennas, and one had a little bend in it, but at field day, they got blown over and one bent up a little bit, but I was able to repair it. I was able to straighten that antenna out pretty good, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I want to talk about my satellite station, where we are now, and show you guys what I've been working on this week. So let me see if I can pull up some pictures here. And let's see. All right. Yeah, I got them coming up here. We were talking about stealth antennas too. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little about what I did this week. And see, Mark is out. Mark left the chat room. Did he leave? No, he's still on here. Okay. Okay. So guys, I just got some pictures here. I show you of the satellite system we put outside. I've got on the back of my house, I've got a little flat roof over a porch. And it makes a perfect place to set up some antennas, especially for satellite. When I say perfect, it's not perfect because I got a lot of obstacles, but it's an easy place to set up, and it's working out fairly good for me. I welded together a, it's not a tripod, maybe it's a quad pod, I don't know. No, it's got 5. What's 5? Glenn, what's 5?
That'd be a pentapod.
Oh, I got a pentapod here that I've got screwed down to a pallet. It's a pallet right there, and that pallet just sits on my roof. And we've got some heavy concrete weights on it, and it's very steady. But that rotor, if you look there, you can see the black rotor is the azimuth rotor, and then above that, about 3 feet higher, is the elevation rotor. Both of those are just almost out of reach if it's standing straight up. But I found that, hey, you take 3 milk cartons and you grab this thing. First of all, you aim the antennas north and you aim them straight up in the air. Then you can grab that mast pipe here and tilt this thing over onto the milk cartons, and then you've got access to work on the antennas there. So that's kind of what the antennas look like. There's another shot of the 2 meter and 440 on the back side. Again, you can see the rotor laying over on the milk cartons. There's a shot looking down the antennas. Again, you can see the pallet down there. It's still tilted over, laying on the milk cartons. But it's some pretty neat M-square antennas. These antennas are the crossed antennas. If you look at the 440 there on the right, there are 40 elements. We got 40 elements on 440, and we've got 14 elements on 2 meters right there. Another angle, another view. You can see you can see that's the 440 closest to the camera. So the 440, and then on the back side back there, you can see the 2 meter, just about perfectly lined up with it there. Another shot of the antennas. Now, that antenna, when it's over the roof like this, people coming down the street could actually see that antenna. We do have a homeowner association, but nothing is really enforced. I've never had an issue with them, but I did want to keep the wife happy. So I thought, okay, the less visible this antenna is, the better off everything will be. So we camouflaged the 2 antennas and just sprayed the mast, about half the mast from the pointed clamps on that boom up to the end. And down on the ground, looking up at that antenna with the trees in the background, you cannot see them. It looks like a stick or something if you can even focus on it. So just by some little bit of a green and black paint, some it's not the shiny paint, but the flat paint, the black flat. It blends in very well to the scenery, behind it there. Let's see. So there it is standing up. The antennas are pointing straight up. Again, it's very easy just to grab it and walk it and lay it down or stand it up. Another shot. There's the end of the 440 antenna. M Square recommends the coax cable coming off the ends of these antennas. I normally run the coax back to the center and then down the boom pipe, but they recommend it just to hang off the ends here. So that's what we did on this installation. Each of the antennas has a relay there, and you can see a phasing harness. Somehow that phases between, I guess, the vertical and the horizontal elements to give it right-hand polarization or left-hand polarization. And by sending 12 volts up here and clicking that relay, I can change the right-hand circular polarization to left-hand circular polarization. So that's kind of neat. Now, I've tried that here on different birds, and I can't really tell hardly any difference. Told that you might not hear any difference. Maybe on a single satellite, you may find a difference, but typically you're not going to hear much difference there. There's the rotor. These are the Yaesu G5500 rotors. That rotor can all be put together as one unit. The top azimuth will bolt onto the bottom. The top elevation rotor will actually bolt onto that black azimuth rotor there. I chose to split them so I wouldn't have all the weight at the very top. And a lot of people do split them like that. So you can see a shot from the ground. They're pointing straight up. Look pretty straight. There's another shot from kind of the back. Now you're going to notice I've got a lot of trees around the house, and that's going to cause me some issues on receive signal. It definitely is. There's another shot of it kind of horizontal. There's another shot. I think it's aimed north. You can see the opening to the north there. So I have clear sky to the north of me. I have clear sky above, and I have pretty good sky there to the left or to the west. I do have the roof that I've got to go over when I aim it to the left, to the west. I don't know if I can show that to you here or not. Anyway, again, there are the antennas with the cable coming out, the coax coming out the bottom. I don't particularly like that, but that's how M Square said it should be done. You can take a look at it. There it is again, a nice shot from down on the ground that shows the two antennas. That's aimed north, and we've got a pretty much clearing to the north. This is what the SAT program looks like. I'm very happy with this program. I was running a satellite program on the computer, which interfaced to the radio and tuned the radio frequencies. But I was told about the SAT system, and the SAT system is just a small little box about 4 inches square, and it has all this in it. You don't have this satellite system. You do not have to set the rotor up and hook up ports or cables to the computer or anything like that. It has one little DIN cable that goes from the rotor control box into the SAT box. But you can see on here, this screen gives you just really everything you need. Let me pull the mouse up. If you look at this screen right here, it's going to show you that this particular satellite, RS-44, is going to come in right down here about south, that green dot, and it's going to pass almost directly overhead, and it's going to go out at north. right there. So that's kind of the track right there. You got another box over here that lists all the upcoming satellites, and it tells their maximum height that they're going to be, their elevation, and the time that they will be coming within the acquisition of the satellite. Don't use this box over here much. It just shows the path of the satellite. Down here, we can select the satellite. If I double click on a satellite over here, it will automatically put it in this box here, and it will start everything up to follow that satellite. So you can see the first position here shows the actual satellite position, the azimuth and elevation. And the second readings there show the azimuth and elevation of the antenna. Now, the reason this is so far off, that's what, 33, and the antenna is only aimed 10 up. The reason is the satellite hadn't started its pass yet. Once the satellite started its pass, these numbers down here are going to lock on within about 2 degrees of these numbers up here. So we've got acquisition of satellite, loss of satellite. It's very easy here to pick the transponders. You know, these satellites have a bunch of different transponders. You just click on what transponder. I've got all mine set basically either to the FM transponder or the voice or the VHF, UHF, a linear transponder. So that all works very well. There are some other screens here, but that's all you need to know. And this can be on your telephone. Your telephone shows this exact same screen. So here I'm using a laptop just to tune into the sat box, and no connections other than the internet. Or you can use your phone or a tablet, whatever you want to use to connect.
Now, what rotator controllers does that support?
Well, this is the G5500 Yaesu.
Yeah, but I mean the software, does it support others?
I'll have to look in. It's got some other generic thing in here. I think it's been developed, but I do not know. I'll have to look and report back.
See, I've got the G5400s.
Yeah.
Which are going to be different than the 5500.
Yeah. Let's see. I thought I had, okay, I've got a video here. Here we go. I'm going to bring this video up. Here's just a quick video I did today. And actually, I was tuning around and I heard a friend of mine, Damon, WA4HFN. He lives in Memphis. And I gave him a call on the satellite. And I'm trying to bring it up here. Here we go. All right, we're going to listen to this quick contact here. Here we go. Now, my voice is going to sound a little echoey because I'm listening to my voice come back. So as I'm talking, as I'm transmitting, this 9700 is actually full duplex. It's receiving my voice back on the receive side. And that's nice to be able to hear your voice back so you know you're getting in. Now, during all this time, the satellite, the SAT system is adjusting the antenna. It's moving the antenna. It's moving the azimuth. It's moving its elevation. And it's keeping up with the satellite. So I'm not having to now touch any rotor control buttons. So let's listen to a quick contact. This is the first contact I think I made on it since I put the antennas up. So here we go. WA4HFN, W5KUB.
Yeah, W5KUB, WA4HFN, Echo Mary 55, Tennessee.
Yeah, hello, Damon. Good to talk to you from Echo Mike 55. We're in the same grid. You're sounding good.
Okay, yeah, the satellite is coming in loud and clear. Got a perfect copy on you. Okay, good luck, and maybe you can get some good grids. This pass is going over the western half of the U.S. 7-3, catch you later. W5KUB, WA4HFN.
Okay, well, sounding great. We'll see you later. This is W5KUB. All right. So that was a contact I made just I think this morning there with the antennas pointing himself. I wasn't even touching them, so that's kind of cool.
Did it also look like it was handling your Doppler shift on the transmit as well?
It does. Yeah, it adjusts the Doppler shift.
Very cool. And how much does that thing cost?
I think it's about $250.
Well, that just went on my Dayton wish list.
All right. Well, I tell you, I love it. Just like I love this app, man. Isn't this app working so good tonight? Don't you like it, Glenn?
No, I'm not going to make a comment about it.
Don't you? Don't talk bad about it. I'm going to turn off.
Until your advertisements come out of my headsets,
I'm going to turn off the remote antique viewership here and mess you up. So
I'll just go to bed. I got to get up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, that's right. All right. All right. Well, hey, we should actually be coming close to the end of the show, actually, to tell you the truth. And it's about popcorn time for me.
Amen.
All right, man. Oh, man, I tell you what. This thing has worked good tonight. Look at Glenn smile. He knows it's worked good.
It's survived.
He's smiling bigger every time.
I can't run at 1080p like I can on Zoom, though.
Well,
if I run 1080p here, the app locks up.
Well, that's the reason you bought that camera in 1948.
I did not. I bought this camera last year.
Get you a better camera. Okay.
This is a 1080p camera. It's brand new.
Well, okay.
Now the rest of the machine is still running Windows 7, but unless y'all want me to stop writing books, then it's going to be Windows 7 for a little while longer.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
after I finish the next book is when I plan to upgrade.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to sign the station off here, and we'll talk this. I'm not going to. Mark, stick around. Glenn, you can stick around, or you can go to bed. All right, guys. Let's see. I want to say good night to everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight and watching Amateur Radio Roundtable. It's the show about ham radio, shortwave listeners, and electronics. See you next week. Glad you were with us, and have a nice week, and take care out there. 7:30, everybody. That means good night in ham radio talk. Actually, it means best regards. So good night, everybody.